All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is International Red's Fashion Experience, you understand me? And the show today is Don't Let People Steal Your Joy. And the reason why I came up with this show is simply because I realize you dig that a lot of people, they'll say things, they'll do things, and you got to realize that it's nothing to do with you personally. They're going through something, it's on their behalf, the things that they do, the things that they're going through. You know what I mean? Here you are still shining bright, looking good and looking nice, smelling nice. Everything is all right, you know what I mean? You're on 100, you understand me? Everything is in your favor, you know what I mean? And these people like to, how would you say it? They like to get in a situation to where they want to steal your joy. Sometimes they do it intentionally. Sometimes they do it, they don't mean to do it. They just are complainers, They just happen to be complaining, and they do that. You don't. When they try to steal your joy, you say you're so thankful. You put more joy into it. And what I mean by putting more joy into it is this: when they try to steal your joy, you take it to the next level. And what I mean by that is simple. What you do when they try to steal your joy, you put more joy into it. What I mean is you be thankful. You think about good thoughts. You think about how thankful you are that you are. You understand me? You know what I mean? That you are happen to be a loving, you think about all the good things in your life, you know what I mean? That your health, how good you look, and how good you feel, and and that goals and purposes and things you're doing in life, and the nature with that makes you happy. If you have that, you know what I mean? You think of the good things in your life to make you great, and you don't let the people that's going through something, complaining, and have a miserable life. You know what I mean? Because of the way they're acting. If they don't have a miserable life, they act like they do. They're not appreciating the moment. Because your life is made up of the moments. Moments into minutes, minutes into hours, hours into days. And that makes up your life. So you don't waste a moment. You don't let no one steal your joy. You don't waste a moment, you understand me, on someone trying to deprive you of your happiness. When you don't let it happen. You're in control. You're the director, you're the promoter. You are the one to determine what you put on your screen in life, the movies you look at, you know what I mean, the joy you feel, and all that. You know what I mean? You make sure you stay happy by doing and thinking happy thoughts and promoting the happiness in your life. You do that, you understand? You don't let no one, you understand me, steal your joy. I just like me, for instance, last week. Now, this was something that really amazed me. It's out of my control. I was shining bright, looking real nice, out of sight, you understand me, and feeling just as good as I looked. You dig? I mean, great. And then someone that I know, someone very personal, someone very, 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 very close, that known me my whole life, had the nerve to insult me after I come all the way out here to see them and bring them joy. And they took it out of context, insulted me, disrespecting me and all that. But you know what I did? I gave it back to them and left them and got on and felt joy and felt happiness and celebrated the occasion with my queen. After I left them, I went and celebrated that day and had a good time, you understand me? You know what I mean? Went out and ate a good dinner at Sizzler and enjoyed my day, the rest of my day. I didn't let them steal my joy. I didn't let them steal my joy. If I'd have thought about that 2 extra minutes after I left them, then that's what they would have done. They didn't do it. They didn't steal my joy. That's what they were trying to do. They're in pain, not me. I look good. You understand me? I'm a dresser and a fashion coordinator and all the good things. So I don't let them in their misery reflect on me. And I know there's a lot of people like that. They call them haters. You know what I mean? They hate on you because you look good and you feel good and you're happy. And they're miserable and depressed and stressed. So you don't let that affect you. No, indeed. You don't let that affect you. And you get away from them. It just rectify and reinforce the fact that I don't need to be around people like that at all, because they'll never change. They'll continuously be that way. And if they don't see things your way, then you let them go. And you go about your business. And stay happy. And be happy because you only control your life. You can't control no one else's. You only can control yours. If they're not in harmony with you and going your way and in your direction, then you just let them go and be happy doing it because you're doing it for the right reason. And just don't talk about it, but don't think about them no more. You don't have to think about them or have anything to do with them anytime, anything else, because you know for a fact that they're not living right and they're miserable. Here you are joyful. You don't get high. You don't drink. You don't do drugs. You're living a natural, happy life. Every moment you feel beautiful and wonderful. They don't feel that way. They're drinking. They got a no good mate. Their mate is not on their level. They deprived and they don't feel happy or fulfilled because they they're not living to their full potential. They know they've done better in their life and they know they cheating themselves, but they trying to play safe because they're scared to be by themselves. So they have a lot of personal issues. They need therapy. They need counseling. A lot of things they need that they don't go get done. See, that's the thing about it. You can be fixed. You can change your life, and anybody and everybody can be happy, and they can grow and they be a better person. But a lot of people are scared of change, so they stay the same. And when they stay the same, they stay in a comfort zone, which is not healthy for them and is not happy for them. But that's what they choose to do. So when they choose to do that, you got to keep on going because they know the ropes. Here these people are older than you, been around longer than you. They just refuse to change because they want to justify their, the way they are. If they have to change and get better, then it's like they're not being themselves anymore. That's how they justify it and try to stay the same and stay in depression and stay stressing. But I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm going to be the best I can be. Me and my queen, you understand me? We on the road to victory, and we're happy as we can be, and we're doing the things we want to do, and we're living our life. Me and her are doing the best we can do, and we're happy as we can be. And that's what counts, you understand me? What counts is what you and your immediate family. You worry about you and your immediate family. If you have kids living with you, your husband, your daughter, your son, whoever's under your roof, that's what you concentrate on, being worried about them. You don't worry about the rest of those people. You don't try to compete with them. You don't try to live. You live your own race. You're racing against yourself. So you never have to compete and worry about what those people. You're a leader of the pack. You run things the way you want to run them, and you're a champion and you're a winner. That's why I do my thing. People say don't do this, don't do that. That's what they like and that's what they want. They don't tell me what I need to do or what I need to do for me. You understand? I wear bows on my sleeve. I wear flowers on my chest. I do that because I am the best. And I'm a king, you understand what I'm saying? And I rectify and signify being a king. You understand me? And when you do things like that, you got a talent and you got a gift, and you take that talent and that gift and you take it to victory. You understand me? Like I know I'm a good talker, so I talk good, and that's why I express myself through my vocabulary, through talking. You know what I mean? A lot of people hate that. You look good, you dress good, you feel good, and you talk good, man. That's the full force. That's the full force. You understand? You can't beat them. You can't beat them with that one. But I don't back away. I don't deduct it. I just don't speak to everybody. Silence is golden, and I know it's like that. So I always been quiet around the wrong people. You understand? Because I don't want them to know how sharp I am. Like I said, you never let people know where you're going. You never let people know what you're doing. You let people know what you've done in the past. Your record speaks for itself. You understand me? That's why I said all the things you did in the days when you were driving Cadillacs, wearing tailor-made suits, and wearing gator boots and all that. That makes the person who you are. You understand? You have to have done it once upon a time. You had to get on the highway and do whatever you want to do and be a giant in the game. You have to be there and done that. You understand me? To have that on your resume. If you never did it, then you can't say you're somebody because you never done things that people that are somebody do. You ain't got to be doing it now because right now people ain't got no business knowing what you're doing anyway. You looking good, you doing what you're doing, you keeping it clean, you stay keeping haters out your business because if you're not telling them what you're doing, they can't say nothing about what you're doing. They can't say that about where you're going because you ain't telling them where you're going. You ain't letting them cross you or set you up no kind of way. You understand? And that's why I do it like that because I know I've been around. I'm 71. You understand? 71 and a half, actually. And I'm the kind of person that I know, you understand me? When I was on the track, the last times when I was on the track doing my thing, I laid crosses. I kept people out of my crosses because I never let them know what I was doing or where I was going or what was happening. They just know what I did when it was history. They didn't know when I was making history, you understand? I didn't let them know. Because I know haters and people cross, all of them out there was trying to cross you up if they can. They want to knock you for your game. They want to set you down because you too much of a threat. When you talk good, look good, and set it on fire, they got them bras talking your name, kicking your name, and your name is ringing. And them fellas is hating that, man. You know what I mean? Because you got all the ingredients where, you know what I mean, your name is ringing, you know. And your bras is telling them what you're doing. They giving them their version of what's going on because they want to be knocked. You understand? They telling them things they want to tell them because they want to knock. You know? They want you to be knocked. They want to knock you, you understand? But you ain't going to let them knock you. No, you don't let them knock you, man. They can't knock you, man. You got to be a giant. You got to be a king. You got to be the person, you understand what I'm saying? To beat it and say it and do it. But you ain't got to worry about what other people think of you. You ain't trying to impress them. You being the best you can be because that's what you do. They follow you because you're a leader and you're setting an example and you have confidence in what you do and how you do it. And the ones that hate and try to say things about you don't let that bother you, man. You dance to your music. You live your life. You understand? You be the best you can be. You don't worry about the rest of the people because they want to get in your way or try to shortstop you or try to interrupt your sound. You know what you putting down. You know that's all they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that, man. You're not gonna let them people. You understand me? Get in your way. No kind of way you gonna do that. You got enough sense, you understand me, and enough strength to let them know that they not gonna get in your way. You know, because you're the best you can be and you're a boss at it. You know, and like I say, you understand me? I tell the young people get a job, do something constructive, and do what you do because the game is too competitive and it's too much hate and too much negativity. People crossing you up. You know what I mean? They want to knock you for your broad. They want to knock you. They want to hurt you, put you down. Cause you know what I mean. Anything you do better than them, they want to be mad and they don't respect it. You know, and so many people cheating and lying about what they doing and things they have and how they got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it ain't no playing fair no more. You know, the game ain't respected no more. The game is obsolete now. You know, you got cats working and talking about they playing. And they ain't doing nothing but working and doing what they doing. And they riding these new nice cars and trying to impress you. You know, ain't nothing slick about that. When it ain't slick, just be honest and be truthful and just be a square. Don't be half stepping, doing square things, but then dabbling in the fast life and being around fast people. Because all you're gonna do is get crossed up in the penitentiary because you ain't dedicated and devoted to nothing. And nowadays, it's the type of situation to where you can't get away with nothing. You know, you can't get away. It's hard to get away with things nowadays. You know, nowadays, the things you do, you cannot get away with them like you used to be able to do. You used to be able to get away with a lot of things. Now, it don't happen like that. You know, you cannot get away with a lot of the things that you used to be able to do. You know, and that's what I try to tell people. That's all I do tell them. It's just, you know, go do the right thing, do what's right. You know, get your family, do what's right. And do the things that make you happy. And don't worry about the other people that try to get in your way. People try to block you, try to shortstop and block your happiness. You know, you steal your joy. They do all that, man, but you don't let it affect you. You have a resistance. You build up strength, you know. You build up strength, you know what I'm saying? And you be a person to encourage and not discourage. And just be around people that are positive. People that are positive, that are, you know, that's going to respect you. You know, don't get around no haters. Don't get around people that ain't doing nothing positive. You know what I'm saying? If they're not doing anything positive, you don't need to be around them. You know, that's why I say going to church and being around certain kinds of people is a good thing simply because it teaches you the way of of living right, living the right way, you know. Even though everybody in the church may not be living right, but it gives you a structure. If you be sincere and you'll learn things from the church and you actually apply it to your life in a real way, not like some people do, but you know what you have to do and you do all that to incorporate happiness in your life. And that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be around as many positive, as many uplifting, because you need all this as ammunition to deal against the negativity that's out there in the world. It's unavoidable things that you run into. So when you build up this strength, it's just like the day I was in the gym, right? And I went over there and the guy started, he was complaining already about something he did. He was just complaining. So I just put my resistance up, not to talk to him and not to respond. And then I went over there, I was sharp, I was tying my tie. And he had his stuff over there and he moved it all mad like he's mad because I came over. That's his problem. He's mad because I came over there and I guess I was in this space. Man, it ain't your space, it's everybody's space. But I didn't react to that. You know what I said? I thought it within myself how grateful and how thankful I am to be an older man, but I got joy in my heart. I'm not a grouchy, grumpy old man because they got a lot of those people that are grouchy and you always hear about it. But there's people like that, and I just feel sorry for them. I'm just happy that I'm not like that, And that's how I was thinking when I seen him. I was just so thankful that I'm not like that, that I'm who I am and what I am, And I was just thankful, thank God for where I am and who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because that's priceless. Where I'm at and what I am is priceless. You can't put a price on it, Because you got people that got a lot of material things, but they still grumpy and complaining and have a lot of problems, you understand me, in their life. And that be on them. I don't know what to say about it because all I can say is, let it be. Let these things be. Don't let these things get on your bad side. Be happy, be fulfilling, and have joy in your life. When things come up, don't think of them in a negative way. Just do what you have to do to get them out, to come to the conclusion and resolve the situation. Just get on the case and resolve the situation. Don't complain. Don't sit around doing this. Find a solution and solve the problem. That's all you do. Don't even take a minute, let it steal your joy in the situation. Because it's all part of life. Things happen in life, things come up, things happen in life, and you just have to be the best you can be and be happy and do what's best for those that might be in your life or be a part of your life, You try to help them and understand them too, because people go through things, A lot of people, that's why they by themselves, because they don't know how to share life with someone in the proper way. They be selfish and all they do is think about themselves. Instead, and two people get together and all they think about is each other. They're with each other to take joy from each other, and complain and blame. No, man, that ain't what's happening. I'm glad I got an understanding. I got a beautiful queen that's got an understanding and we live in peace, love, and harmony. You know what I mean? That we got that type of relationship that's wonderful. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful and I don't take a minute of it for granted. I don't take none of it for granted, you understand me? I appreciate her to the utmost, and I show that appreciation because these are things that you have to do. You have to show one love and appreciation, and those that are not worthy of it, you just leave them alone. You do the best you can. You take the high road. You take the high road. But when the high road don't work, you just get off the highway. You don't take no road, just get away. Just back away. You did what you could, then it's time to let it go. You let it go then. But you let it go with confidence and peace because you know you did all you could do. And you let that go. And I did that. I gave it the last try with these people that I'm thinking about. And that's all you can do. And you let it go. And be happy that you're making the decision that you made to do that. And go on with it. Because it don't affect me. I don't let that affect me. That's their problem, man. They the ones with the problems. If somebody have a problem the way you look, and you don't have a problem with it, and they're not happy for you, and you look good, then that's their problem. They're the one with the problem. You know what I mean? They worry about what their neighbors think, or they worry about what whoever think, because you may be overdressed. There they got on jeans, and here you don't wear jeans. You're a dressed person, but that's who you are, and that's what you do. And I don't care where you go, you look your best. You stay dressed up, man. That's you. You happy doing that? That's good. If you happy doing that, that's all that counts. What them other people think, man. Hey, they can accept it or reject it. You don't worry about them. You don't dress for them. You dress for yourself. You got people dressed down because these other people don't like it. Man, I'll go to anywhere I go. I don't care if people wearing jeans, and it's a casual affair. I'm gonna be the best and be blessed. I don't care, cause that's the way I do it, and I'm not putting no cut on it. You understand? And that's the way I accept it like that. I've been doing this for 20-something, man, over that. But I used to dress down at one time, but that was when I was blending into society, and I had to do that because I was hustling or doing whatever. Then you have to do things when it comes to that situation. But when you ain't asking nobody for nothing, you running your own show, you ain't got to do it. Like when I was at the chicken place, and I was over there at that spot, man, selling my stuff and doing my thing, man, looking clean was on the menu. I was sharp as I could be, and that's the way it was. That was my campaign. And I was sharp every day just like this. And hey, man, I was being blessed, and I was doing my thing, man. And hey, you get respect. I was well respected, and for keeping that image up. A lot of people wanted to look like me and try to be like me and do what they had to do. But I'm a giant in the game, and I'm a giant in life, and that's why I played it like that, you understand me? All the time. And I didn't mess with nobody but giants in life. Those are the kind of people I was around. Giants. You understand? When you're around giants, you know what I'm saying? Giants are in your life, and they surround you with happiness and joy. Man, that's all you do. You living for the best. That's what counts, man. You being happy. Money ain't got nothing to do with it. Your clothes ain't got nothing to do with it. Your house ain't got nothing to do with it. Your car ain't got nothing to do with it. Even though we got a nice car, we got nice clothes, we got a nice house, we got everything we need. But that don't have nothing to do with happiness. Happiness is a state of mind. I've been happier, and not happier because right now I'm happy in all aspects of my life. You know, like next week I'm gonna enhance my workout because I did get got that shot in my leg for my sciatica. You know, I got the steroid shot, and it helps me out a little bit. So I think I'm gonna enhance my workout now. I'm gonna work out more time and work on getting my weight down and all. You know, these are things I'm gonna do for me because each and every day I try to get better in each and every way. That's my philosophy. So that's what I do. You understand, man? But that's what I do. You understand me? And the thing about it is that, you know, you just worry about yourself and who's in your life. You know, you make it better for them. You help them and assist them in making life great. And if life be great, you understand what I'm saying, then you can't do nothing but be straight. And that's why I let people know, man. You know, I don't let them know nothing. I just keep my business to myself. You know, I just don't talk to them. I just, you know what I mean, because it ain't in any business. And I ain't in the hippie business. I ain't trying to educate and teach people nothing. You know, at the time when I met Fast Black and I exposed a lot of game to him and did that was at the right time, was right, because it was sharpening me up and kept me focused, you understand me, when I was kicking it with him and giving him up. That was the best thing I could have did for my behalf, for me, knowing how sharp I am. I had to reinforce the game and the knowledge and all that I had in me. I had to share it with someone, you understand what I'm saying? They say if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And so the game was over, so I went over things with him that we talked about that, hey, that was really necessary, you know. And I am gonna do this book, this DVD with my boy over there in Oakland. You understand me? I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but the time is gonna be right. I'm gonna do it within a few weeks. You understand? Before the year is up. These are the things I'm accomplishing before the year is up. I'm not waiting at no New Year's Eve and New Year's season I don't make goals like that. My goals are whenever I feel like making them. You know, I don't go along with traditional, things that people do. I do my thing. You know, and I do it with an answer. It makes me better, make me a greater person, you know, in life and in the game, you know what I'm saying? If you can do that, then you really doing something, man. That's what people don't understand. You know, you don't let people steal your joy. People do not have no business stealing your joy. You understand? They think they can just come along and steal your joy. You understand? But I'm not going to let it happen. See, I'm not going to let people steal my joy. You know, I do these shows, I do my mini shows, I do these different things as therapy to me. I do shows with Fairs Black. All this is therapy to me. You know, it makes me be the best I can be. You understand me? I look good and feel good, you know. And a lot of people love it, and then you got people that hate, but I don't care. I ain't got time to worry about the hate. I do what I feel feels good to me, you know. And I'm never going to be a person, you know, like I said, I come from the era where dressing was a black man. Dressing was what I really got into. You know, I mean, I took it to another level. My mentors, I took it to, you're supposed to go past your mentors. Whatever you do, you're supposed to do it better. So I did it better than my mentors do it. I did it better than them. You know what I'm talking about? I had 3 or 4 different mentors, you know. Like I said, I honored Joe Black because he was super sharp. You know, Baby Mike, you understand me? Brigham John, you know, rest in peace. Joe Black, rest in peace. I know he got to be gone because he was old. He was old then. 20-something years ago, he was older than me. You know, I don't know, man, you know, he was older. You know, and then the last time I seen him, he was tore up. You know, but the point of it is he had it going at one time. You always remember a person when they was at their best, whether they fall off or not. That taught me to stay sharp, man, to the end. Don't fall off. Don't never fall off. Let them remember you as your best self. So when you leave, you'll be the one they talk about. You'll be understanding the living legend. And the legend is when you're not living, you still be a legend. You know, and you'll be when they think of fashion or certain things, they'll be talking about you. You know, in the city. You dig? That's why I made sure Willie Brown see me, took a picture and let him know, you know, maybe by Smiley being my mentor. You know what I mean? And he see me sharp in the city looking fly. You know what I mean? I see him, man, you understand? And took pictures with him. You know, I make sure, you understand me, that I did that and make sure he seen me. When you see me, when I didn't take pictures, I make sure he seen me. I spoke to him when I seen him over there at that time. So I make sure I do that, like London Breed. I do the same thing. But she know my history, she know who I am and what I am, you understand? So I'm known in the town. I'm a living legend, you understand me, and an icon, you dig? By the associates I associate with giants and big people, you understand me? I was dealing with the politicians, then I was dealing with big people in the game, I was dealing with, you know, with people that was giants, you understand me? And that atmosphere and that lifestyle. So I'm not gonna do nothing that's gonna deprive me of being a star of a show, you know? And like I said, I don't depend on no one else. But I don't boister, I don't show off. I don't do none of that because it's not necessary. I dress up and then people see me dressing every day. I do that because that's my forte. But other than that, I don't let these people think I'm trying to impress these people. I am not trying to impress these people because as far as I'm concerned, they don't mean anything to me. You know, they don't mean anything to me. You know, and I reinforce the fact that I have to be the best I can be for who I am and what I am. You dig? And when you can do that, you're really doing something. When you be the best you can be and let people know that you are not a joke, you are you know, a real, you know, person that stands on principle, morals, and standards. And you also, you understand me, are somebody. And that's why I did what I did when I went to Vegas and didn't go to that boy's funeral with he, even though he's a giant as far as other people's sight. I know who he is and what he is. And me and him had our differences. And you understand me? And I know it was all jealousy because I had a Cadillac flyer than his. And I kept buying, and I had flash, style, and finesse. You understand? And I'm older than him. And then, you know, I had an image, you know. And it's just that, you know, a lot of cats, you know what I mean, they jealous of you because, you know, they know you the real. You the real deal. Now come on with them boys. You know, around the Ward brothers and all those giants, you understand me, in the game. And in life. When you come up with giants, you understand me, in life, man, them people got to respect you, man. You know what I mean? They got to respect you in the highest way. You know what I mean? Because you ain't no joke, man. You ain't no joke. You know, and you look this way, you don't look this way for nothing. You do this every single day because that's a part of you. You know, like these people, these weekend warriors, dress up on the weekend, try to look a certain way. Man, I ain't got to do all that, man. I'm in the National Red Fashion Experience. And I'm going to let y'all go because I'm going to have another good show next week. But remember, don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let them steal your joy, because your joy is to be cherished.